Welcome back, everyone, to another segment of the MCR Mac and Me. My name's TJ, and I'm sure everyone's heard by now the demise of Matt Gaetz. He kind of took himself out of the running. The way the news report I heard was, I guess on Wednesday, J.D. Vance was walking him through the Senate, and just too many senators were saying to him, hard no. If it's a hard no, it's a hard no. Because yeah, he just said, okay, uncle, whatever, you know.
Well, if the votes aren't there, they aren't there. Why
Yeah.
embarrass yourself?
And I'm going to read his statement here. I had excellent meetings with senators yesterday, because this was Thursday when he said this. I appreciate their thoughtful feedback and the incredible support of so many. While the momentum was strong, it is clear my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work, the Trump-Vance transition. There's no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's DOJ must be in place and ready on day one. I remain fully committed to see Donald J. Trump is the most successful president in history. I will forever be honored that President Trump nominated me to lead Department of Justice, and I'm certain he will save America. That was the Gaetz statement in his taking himself out of the running. I saw a Forbes news report, and I went with Forbes because in the past everyone's heard me say the Right Scoop or the Gateway Pundit. So I thought I'd try another news source here, okay? And I believe Forbes to be reputable. And Forbes references 4 senators hard no. And a couple of these will not surprise really anyone. Susan Collins, Maine. Lisa Murkowski, Alaska. Tom Tillis. I don't know Tom Tillis that much. I guess I was a little surprised. Joni Ernst, Iowa. I wasn't surprised with the Joni Ernst one when I saw her name.
No.
So reports Forbes. Okay. So I guess I'm citing my news source.
And four is all you need. And I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe they didn't make the rounds far enough, but I wouldn't be surprised the obstructionist Mitch McConnell, who's taken the place of Mitt Romney and John McCain in that role, if he was going to be a hard no also.
Yeah. Also, in a separate news report, and I did not see this in Forbes, I read it somewhere else. Senator-elect John Curtis, he's the guy replacing Mitt Romney. He was saying he's going to be a hard no also. So I'm just wondering what kind of an upgrade do we even have there in Utah? Okay.
Well, it's not like there weren't problems with Gaetz. There were, but if we're going to send these people to the House and the Senate where accused is good enough, maybe they need some accusations on them.
And for those maybe perhaps not up to speed on the accusation, in a nutshell, there were accusations of sexual relations with a 17-year-old.
Right.
Dates, times, locations seem to affect the legality. Was it or was it not illegal? Did it happen here where the age of consent was 17 instead of there where the age of consent was 18? Man, I've heard all sorts of conflicting stories.
Did they travel across state lines, which makes it a federal issue?
And I don't even want to get into the weeds of that. Other than it doesn't matter. There were no charges. And what I find interesting was, and this kind of irritates me. The Democrats were working so hard to release the sleazy details of the House investigation to the point where Marjorie Taylor Greene said, you know what? Let's just release everyone's dirty laundry. How do you like that?
Well, maybe she ought to anyway.
Yeah, maybe because it was being leaked out. I don't know if it was hacked into or what, but someone was able to procure the sleazy details of the House Investigation Committee. So you're right. Maybe
what's
everyone's
gonna
dirty
happen,
laundry needs to
what
be.
I'm interested in is, let's say out of the woodwork pops a 17-year-old girl who says that Lisa Murkowski, Joni, whatever her name is, from Iowa, and Lisa Murkowski, that they paid her to have lesbian sex with them, and she's a minor.
I don't know.
Is accused going to be good enough for them?
Well,
I implore any 17-year-old who wants to take any or all of those three out to go ahead and do that, and we'll find out where they stand on accused is good enough. Because let me tell you something, a hostile DOJ, and they were hostile to Matt Gaetz, because Matt Gaetz is a boat rocker, and my problem with him is he seemed to rock the boat when he damn well didn't need to. In fact, dangerously so, with wanting to replace the speaker every 5 minutes. I wonder if that's good enough for them.
You mentioned, you just brought to mind something here. I'm fairly confident that Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski confirmed Merrick Garland. As to Tillis and Jody Ernst, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Ernst also confirmed Merrick Garland. That would not surprise me.
Well, we
like
know
I said, when I saw her name,
Dr. Rachel Levine, who's mentally ill.
Yeah. When I saw Joni Ernst's name, I was like, oh man, that doesn't surprise me either, you know. But yeah, you know, they'll confirm anyone who will be a thorn in Trump's flesh, you know. But as far as someone who might come in and rock the boat, no, we can't have that. Blah blah blah. You know, whatever. Well, on to the replacement, and there is a little bit of perverse justice here. Pamela Bondi. Twice Florida Attorney General. Okay, so she and the one news report I read was, she's pretty thoroughly vetted. You can bet on, you know, if she's been the Florida Attorney General twice. So I guess what they're saying is, we shouldn't get any surprises with her like we did with Gates or even Hegseth.
Well, they will oppose her. They'll say she's not qualified, even though she's been a major state attorney general. They're not going to be happy unless they make the pick. They're going to have a problem with everyone he picks, and they've already said they're going to stand in his way in everything he tries to do. So take that with a grain of salt, anything they say.
And I know we all love to hate and despise MSNBC, but one of their commentators made the comment they would have been better off with Gates because Bondi is so much more efficient and competent. In other words,
she should have been the pick in the first place, I would tell you.
Well, maybe. And you know, which, you know, all the conspiracy theorists wonder, you know, could he have just been the grenade in the room to see what happens? I don't know. That takes you down all sorts of theories and conspiracies and whatnot. Rabbit holes. My new favorite commentator on CNN, Scott Jennings, said he loves the upgrade, and I was watching the one clip of him. He was almost yucking it up with everyone else at the round table or at the you know, talking heads there. Like, okay, you got rid of Gates, now you're stuck with her. You know, I mean, he seemed to be yucking it up.
It is a matter sometimes of be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I'm kind of reading into his body language there, but
I wonder what would happen if Pam Bondi said that Chuck Schumer sexually harassed her and perhaps even tried to rape her. I wonder what the Democrats would they defend Chuck Schumer? Would they say she shouldn't be believed? I mean, that's a ridiculous, fictitious argument, but what would they say then?
I don't know. And a detail here that I have failed to mention up till now was she was on Trump's legal team. That's a big deal. She knows
for his impeachment, right?
She knows exactly who did what to get Trump. Yeah. I mean, and we're not talking just one case. I'm sure she knows the full skinny on all four.
Well, you are
Okay.
well familiar with one of my favorite sayings. The barrel is round.
Oh yeah.
One day you're on top, but because it's round, the next day I might be on top. And when I'm on top, I'm not going to forget that you were on top and what you did to me when you were on top. And
Yeah.
payday is coming. The piper will be paid.
There's already been veiled threats of the hunted's going to become the hunter, and I got to tell you, she'll know who needs to be hunted for sure.
Yeah.
You talk about someone with the inside scoop. She's the one. That's all I have for this. Unless you have any final thoughts on this one here, Mac.
No, that'll wrap it up for me.
Yeah, you might have made a good point in saying perhaps she should have been the first nominee. You know, but anyway, so be it. It's her now. So off to the races. We'll call this one a wrap. Thanks everyone for your support. Catch you in the next segment. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.